let's just talk about my favorite things. Is that Oprah or Ellen? My favorite things. My favorite things in Detroit. Let's see. We got Coney Islands. One of my favorites. Oh, sign me up on a good old Coney dog. I don't really care if it's national, American, but I will say National Coney Island is pretty dang good. What else we got down in Detroit? Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza. I talked about this one the other day. Buddy's Pizza, which one of our listeners, Chris Mason, I guess it was his uncle. His uncle was Buddy. I love doing this podcast. I run into the most interesting people. His cousin, or not his cousin, his uncle was Buddy of Buddy's Pizza. You know, it's funny. Detroit is known for techno. Yeah, techno and Motown records. I guess it's known for techno. I live there, and I never really noticed the techno scene. Now, I will say, I know they used to throw all sorts of goofy parties at Clutch Cargo's, which probably not there anymore. It's probably because of these techno and rave parties. But yeah, they're no longer there. That was never really my scene. Motown I can get down with, though. Yeah, man. Dude, you should order like 1 million pies for me, man. And when I do, because I will say, I'm going to at least make the trip to Detroit for at least one game this season. And I'm eating it all. I'm eating a Telway burger or Braze, similar to a White Castle. Man, I don't know. Has anyone in here had a Telway or a Braze burger? Because that's where it's at. White Castle's good, but there's something about the grease in a Telway over on Telegram. Man, I'm giving away a lot of free advertising. Zach, take that back. Here's what Zach said in the chat. Detroit, a city that feels like America and Canada at the same time. Here's where you're wrong. I would gladly accept that as fact if you could find poutine in Detroit. If you grew up in Detroit and never crossed the border over to Windsor or Surrey, depending on which way you go, you would never know that poutine exists. And baby, poutine is good. Poutine is good. That's the one thing. Again, ref's favorite things. I don't know where we got down to. Ooh, Labatt's Blue. I'm not much of a drinker nowadays, but Labatt's Blue, Molson Canadian. And here's the real sneaky one, Molson Triple X, which I thought they stopped selling it. I thought they stopped selling Molson Triple X, but I saw it last time I was up in Illinois. Hunter House. Oh, I've not heard of Hunter House in forever. Another one. There used to be a place on Woodward called Top Hat Burger that was really good as well. I love Canada too. I used to go there when I was 19 for obvious reasons. You know, in America, you have to be 21 to go to the casino. Do you? I assume you do. We didn't have casinos in Detroit when I was a kid. Either way, you have to be 21 to go to the casino. You have to be 21 to drink. Well, you flip on over to Windsor, just one little bridge or tunnel ride over, and 19's the golden ticket. They don't care where you're from. And Cuban cigars, ref's favorite things. Ref's favorite things. Man, I'm going to have to create a whole new show because I got a lot of favorite things, especially when it comes to food. Chicken Shack. Oh, what's the Tubby's Submarines, Mr. Pita? Man, I'm getting hungry. So there's one place that you have found that have poutine. We got a guy that has poutine in Tokyo, Japan here. Sign him up. You know, we have a place in Dallas here. It's about 3.5 hours away. The Maple Leaf Cafe. And they had poutine. And it is good. It was true to the recipe. But, 3.5 hours, man. I did get it last time I was at WrestleMania. There's stuff that I go up to Dallas for every so often. So that's where I get my poutine kick. But yeah, Detroit, you would think, again, keep in mind, you go across the border to Canada, and we're talking like everywhere has poutine. McDonald's, Burger King, poutine, McPoutine, sign them up. Boom. Zima, man. That one, there's no way that they make Zima anymore, right? That's got to be off the shelves. I never had one. I remember it. I remember they had a huge marketing push for that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen it. I think that got taken over by whatever those Smirnoff, like Mike's Hard Lemonade, Smirnoff Ice, something like that. Garbage Roads, yes. One of Ref's non-favorite things, Garbage Roads. I think that's like a Midwest just situation. Now, I will say it was always uncanny to me that whenever I would drive from Michigan to Ohio, once you cross that Ohio border, the roads got a little bit less bumpier. But that would make me sound like I'm giving Ohio props, and I by no means can do that.